which we can call it as, the second choice life. And let's also not ignore that, so many of us live our life totally in opposite, absolutely in contrast with the way we dream or the way we want it. And we or they sometimes have no choice to live their life or the life of earthly or the life wonderfully as well. So rather they sail towards the unchosen land, and they sail towards the unknown, where the Lord make them sail to the unchosen land. Like we said, our topic will be the unchosen land. So we'll be discussing two of the persons who go unto the land they never choose. The first one will be Daniel. Yes, you all know that about the story of Daniel. If we look at the story of this man, he was young, he was very smart, and he was wise, very wise as well. No? So Babylon King Nebuchadnezzar, after conquering Jerusalem, he brought Daniel to the Babylon, to his kingdom, to Babylon. And so let's raise questions, or let's have these questions. Do you believe that going to Babylon was, Daniel's dream plan for so many years? Do we believe that going to Babylon was his dream plan for so many years? And would Daniel think that it was what he wanted? I personally, I don't think so. I don't believe. So even I believe that Daniel would have wanted to spend his life in his home country, in his home place, hometown, safe, and do whatever he wanted to do, whatever he wants, whatever he dreamed. He might not expect such a U-turn, contrast to what he might dream of. But he went straight to the unchosen land, which is Babylon. So, but this very unchosen land was where God planned Daniel to develop, to serve, and to start his mission. Even in the land he did not choose, even in the land he was not expected, he was not dreamed of. His loyalty to God was unmatched, and God was with him always. You all know the story of Daniel, and he made him change. Daniel made God change that the unchosen land to the chosen one. He made him change the unchosen land, the Babylon place, Babylon city, to the chosen one. So his praying, his prayer, his courage, which made him fall into the lion's den. You all know the story. But he wasn't scared. But what made this so much powerful is that he made the king Darius know that he served the true living God. And he did not sermon on the gospel. Daniel did not sermon on the gospel, but he let his faithfulness speak. Daniel did not share the gospel, but his faithfulness to God speaks. So secondly, we will see, let's see about the story of Joseph. He was also handsome, and he was innocent young man, and his own brothers disowned him, and he was sold to the Midian, and he led into the hands of Potiphar. His brother disowned him, and they sold to the Midians, and he led into the hands of Potiphar. And let's just think about this. A young man, 17 years of age, around 17 years of age, far from his father, far from his hometown, but do we think that he chose those hard situations that he just landed on? Do we believe that he chose that situation, that hard situation that he just landed on? I mean, his brother disowned him, they sold the Midian, and he lands into the hands of Potiphar. I hope not. So, but in the end, those unfortunate, hard situations, those unfortunate, unchosen land, turns into the land where he became, blessings to others. That unchosen, dried up land, which he never experienced, which he never wanted to experience, which he never dreamed of, but became fertile and blessing in disguise, and become a wonderful land. The place where he never wanted to experience, he never wanted to dream of, that place became a wonderful land. We all know the story, that Joseph's story. So this is how it works. God plans. We don't want to experience, we don't want to face those situations that we never dream of, that we never wanted. But God planned, we all know that God planned the other ways around. And even here, like I said, we all want a good secure job, a good family, a good wife, a good strong man, a strong woman, and a good health. Even me, I want, to some of my friends, I already shared to some of my friends before I joined this theological college. When I was in high school, I just want to share my story because it relates to this story as well. So, when I was in high school, I used to have two aims in life. One is to become a pastor, and one is to become army. That two was my aims in life from my childhood. But as far as my family financial situation is concerned, we hardly had education. So many times that situation forced me to ignore my aim, my desire to become a pastor. And so when I was 19 years old, in the year 2015, I went to Ceylon for army rally because, like I said, I wanted to become army. Army was my second choice, my second aim. But like I said, because of our financial situation, that difficult situation forced me to ignore my aim to become a pastor, to study theological. And also, I went for army rally in Ceylon in the year 2015. I was not that healthy or fit, but I was fit those days. I can run, and so I went and I was qualified, like running and all the physical tests. The only thing left was the written examination. And I hope you know that, those who are interested in army, I hope you know that written examination was not that difficult at that time for army, because it used to come only, syllabus of under class 10s only. So I was in Guwahati at that time because I was studying there, and I prepared myself so much for the written examinations. So after a few weeks, the moment I was waiting that which was written examination, and what I was thinking was like that I already qualified in physical test, the difficult part, and I believe that I hope that I will clear this examination as well. And I was very excited. I'll wear army dress, I'll carry AK-47, because that was one of my aims. So I was very excited. I was so excited, but one day before the examinations, I felt different, and I feel like there was something missing, and I told my parents that I'm not going for these examinations. But my parents were very disappointed because we were struggling at that time financially, and really in need of money, job to survive, to run the family, because we are 8 siblings and we are 5 brothers. So at least one should have a good job to run the family and all. But I didn't go. My parents were very disappointed. And after 3 years, and again the difficult financial situation forced me again to prepare for a job. And after 3 years, when I was doing my bachelor in Guwahati, and like I applied for Assam Police Sub-Inspector SI, and I went to my hometown, and I used to run every early morning, and but one fine morning when I was running, I struggled to focus on my run, and there was something which was bothering me, and that was from one Bible verse from Matthew chapter 6. I just want to read it down. I do not store your treasures on earth, where moth and rust destroy, where thieves break and steal, store your treasures in heaven. That Bible passage, that Bible verse really hit me, and that very moment I realized that I was, running after a good job. I was running after money, though we were struggling at that time. But I came to realize that because of the Bible verses. Last time also, like I said, I didn't go for written examination, and the next 3 years, I applied for this Assam Police again. But I realized that at that very moment, like I was running for money and good job, earthly things. So I returned home, and tears streaming down my face, and I offered a heartfelt apology to God. And so, like I said, we want a good secure job. Till now, sometimes whenever I think about my friends, who have a good jobs, till this at this moment, I used to feel like, I should go for a government job, and sometimes because, like I said, we are human, we need something to survive, something to run a family, our future as well. So like I said, we want a good secure job, and a beautiful family, a good health. But we might experience, the hardest life we never dreamed, we never wanted. And but let's remember once again that God is the creator, the sovereign, and the most powerful. He used to choose, he chose what we never wanted. It's not that I never wanted to study theology because of my financial that, so I applied for other job as well. So, but his way is better than my father's way, my mother's way, and my way. So God's way is always, the best of all ways. So God waited Daniel to start his missions in the most unexpected way. And God made Joseph start his mission not in his amazing home, not with his family, but far from his home, far from his father. So we may walk, we may face, we may walk through the valley of tears, the valley of darkness, through thorns and bushes, through wrecks and bones. But God shows his wonder in those land, in that unchosen time, in that unchosen place, in that unchosen land. We are made to pronounce God's wonder in those unchosen land, in that unchosen land, in that unchosen time. And with God, no place is more wonderful and fine. I will repeat this line. With God, no place is more wonderful and fine. So in future, we might be working as pastors, evangelists, professor, and anything. And we might be posting in rural places where there will be no electricity and no proper roads as well. So family members, let's us not worry. Even if the land, the time we did not choose, we never wanted to experience. We never wanted to experience, make us suffer, fear or cry. God knows his plan, and he changed those places, he changed those unchosen plans we never wanted. He changed those suffering place, fear place into joy. No? He changed those suffering into joy. He changed those fear into joy. He changed those pride into joy. So let's have faith in God and let's choose his way, not our ways. He will turn this unholy field with that, into amazing place. Thank you so much, and may God bless the hearing. Thank you so much.